What's up, y'all? This is Relly, all back with another video. Yes, son. Today we got to talk about Collin Sexton extension. But before we get into that, I need you to smash the subscribe button. If you are already subscribed to my channel, share it to somebody who ain't subscribed, because with y'all, I know I can get there. And when y'all are done with that, I need you to hover over to that like button too. Smash that so we can tell the YouTube algorithm to share this video with the world, right? Now, I will say in advance, this may very well be a longer video because I have a lot to say on this topic, especially since I've been kind of ranting about this possibility for a while. You get what I'm saying? I've been having this on my mind for a grip. But like I said before, let's talk about this Collin Sexton extension. But on a very quick side note that's kind of on topic but off topic at the same time, make sure you are subscribed to my other channel, Relly Cavs, because I will be posting eventually my Darius Garland breakdown analysis before the season, right? And before we really get into the topic, I'm just gonna play this clip real quick. If you're a Cleveland Cavalier fan that only likes hearing about Cleveland Cavalier content, go over to my new channel, Relly Cavs, that's dedicated to only Cleveland Cavalier content, from breakdown analysis to player reviews and trade rumors, right? Of course, we're still gonna have Cleveland Cavalier content on Relly Hall channel, but I wanted to make a dedicated channel for Cleveland Cavalier fans so it can be a lot of engagement and you can feel comfortable with the fans that think and feel just like you, and we can debate about how we think the Cleveland Cavaliers is handling current situations and players in their development. So I see you there on Relly Cavs. So don't forget, if you want easier access to my new channel, Relly Cavs, you can go to the description box below and click the link to Relly Cavs. And also, when you turn on that channel, do not forget to hit that notification bell so you can be up to date with the new videos on the way. Now, with all that being out the way, let's talk about Sexton, right? Because I've been saying for a while, I am hesitant. I am scared of a potential Collin Sexton contract extension because I feel like Kobe Altman is going to give him money that he does not truthfully deserve. And you say, what do you mean by that, really? I mean by, if you look at the current culture of these contracts, the league have been throwing away 150, 190 to these rookies. You know what I'm saying? Like Shea, Luka, Trey. Now, Trey and Luka, they deserve their money. But Shea, I don't know about that. Ben, I don't know about that. You get what I'm saying? De'Aaron, I don't know about that, right? And it's a lot of players that is getting that type of money when they haven't truly done anything yet. You get what I'm saying? And in the case for Collin Sexton, we haven't even been to the playoffs. We haven't even been above 500. How can you give someone that type of money? You get what I'm saying? Now, I understand people's going to say, you know, those contracts is based off of potential. You get what I'm saying? But it shouldn't be based off of potential, because if I'm going off that logic, what if the player is not good on potential? Like, what if he starts to fade off? Now you just paid a player who's averaging, let's say, 10 points, $190 million guaranteed over a course of 5 years, and now your team will never be good. You get what I'm saying? You just put your team in a 5-year dark hole where they cannot be successful because you decided to be gullible enough to give a player that hasn't proved anything some money. You get what I'm saying? And I believe Collin Sexton is going to be a good player. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying he's going to be a bum. He's going to be some non-hooper. You get what I'm saying? Because he can't hoop. But his contract has to be realistic to what he is currently doing in the league. You get what I'm saying? Like, Jared Allen just got, what, $100 million, you know, for a course of 5 years. You know, I can understand that. I feel like Collin Sexton contract should possibly be a little bit more than that. You get what I'm saying? Maybe 110. Like, that's how legitimate I'm talking. Like 110, maybe 115. You get what I'm saying? Because not even just the Cleveland Cavaliers, the league in general need to reconstruct your contract. Like, I've been saying that for a while. Like, it shouldn't be where players who didn't do anything get these dumb large contracts. You get what I'm saying? You like the eligibility for these contracts got to be higher. Like, on a whole nother topic, it got to be higher, because It's just gonna ruin these small market teams, because when these small market teams throw away 190, 200 million to players who just barely got into the playoff or didn't even make the playoff at all, and you potentially giving one player 1/3 of your salary cap, how is that helping small market teams? You get what I'm saying? Because they said the premise of those contract extensions was to help small market teams keep their stars. But yeah, we're keeping our stars, but how we're gonna build around that star if we can't afford other stars to put around them? You get what I'm saying? Like, that's the same thing with Washington. When Washington gave John Wall that type of money, and he's my favorite point guard, all y'all know that. But when you give a player that much money, make him the third highest paid point guard, third highest paid player in the league, you know what I'm saying? How does that help the Washington Wizards win? he's 1/3 of a team's salary cap, and you expect him to get other talent? Especially when they're not known to be free agent attractions. You get what I'm saying? Which means now, since y'all not a free agent attraction, you have to get it out the draft. But the thing about the draft, it's literally 1 in a million. Like, yes, it is some studs and some stars you can get in there, but when you factor in the amount of time, or the amount of time it takes for the player to get comfortable, then adjust it to the league, then develop, you mess around. By the time that player develop completely, the player you had originally that you wanted to pair him up with is out of his prime. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's the best way to explain it. And I feel like it is a double-edged sword, because it doesn't really solve the problem. And for the Cleveland Cavaliers, to get back on subject, I just don't feel like this is truly helping the Cleveland Cavaliers, giving Collin Sexton that type of money. Now, I'm not saying we got to trade him upright for the lowest bid. No, I do think we should shop him just to see what his trade value truly is. But I do think we should also talk to Collin Sexton to say, hey, man, I know you seeing these players getting these big dollars, but we can't afford to do that. You know what I'm saying? We don't have established players right now. Like, this team is up for grabs. Like, you're not a franchise player yet. You know what I'm saying? You could be, you can be, but you're not that right now. And you got to earn that 190. You got to earn that 150. You got to earn that 140. You get what I'm saying? Like, it should be some stricter regulations in getting that type of money. And like I said before, Collin Sexton is a really good player. Like, he is a really good scorer, and he's showing flashes of being a potential elite scorer. But I still want him to work on his IQ. I still want him to work on his passing. I want him to work on all the other intangibles, right? Not saying he has to next season average 30 and 10, right? You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying he has to average those 10 assists like he's a Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, Trae Young type of player, because let's be real, that's not what Collin Sexton is. He is a bucket getter. You get what I'm saying? And if he's a bucket getter, some stats is not going to be as high as others, which is more than likely going to be the assists. His rebounds probably going to be always a little bit higher than his assists. Again, I'm saying, just be based off his aggressiveness, right? But I do think Collin Sexton must be aware of his surroundings, because it's been time and time again where Collin Sexton has literally made the wrong basketball move. Like I know a lot of us feel some type of way about Andre Drummond, but it was times when we had Andre Drummond where Andre Drummond would just naked open, and Collin Sexton still wouldn't give him he would go up on 2 defenders. Like come on, Collin. Like, I know. Your heart is huge. You get what I'm saying? You want to show these defenders they just cannot guard you. But sometimes you can make basketball for yourself easier. You get what I'm saying? Like, not saying I'm some National Basketball Association Hall of Famer. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not. But at the same time, I watch a lot of basketball, and I've played basketball to understand that you do not have to make basketball that hard. You get what I'm saying? You do not have to make scoring that hard. Like, especially if you get your teammates involved a little bit more, it makes it easier for you to score the basketball. And I know this video might be the most split down the middle Cleveland Cavalier video I've probably ever had, especially down in the comments. I know a lot of people might feel the other way. I know some people might agree with me. Some people might be neutral. But I really want to hear how y'all feel about this, right? Because I feel like the closer we get to the season, the closer we get to Collin Sexton potentially getting his extension. And we have to really talk about this, because we got to talk about the negatives, the positives of this. You get what I'm saying? Like, Collin Sexton's a good player. He's a young guy. His trade value is probably decent in the league. You get what I'm saying? A lot of teams would want to have a Collin Sexton. But can the Cleveland Cavaliers afford the potential price tag of Collin Sexton? You get what I'm saying? So down in the comments below, let me know how y'all feel about this. And for more amazing content, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can be a part of the grind. And with that being said, go.
Hey, motivated all about cash flow, ran it up and ran out of excuses. In the field and we turn into hoopers. For the clip like bonds we shooting, just like some soldiers we trooping. Step back three, we hooping. We on house, just like Fortnite.